I think this is going to work. He goes, well, we'll see. I guess we'll see, 6 days goes by and I'm tracking the package and sure enough, it says it's arrived. And I say, hey, mate, what's going on? He goes, mate, you wouldn't believe it. He said, the wine showed up. I said, you're fucking kidding me. He goes, we're about to break it down. We're going to put it back and bring it back to the kilo form. He says, we got the chemist. I'm like, that's great. I said, I found the way in. I figured out a way to get it in. So I said, let's see if he can bring it back. So he brings it back. 10 kilos is 10,000 grams. It came out to 9,500 grams. So it's 95% cocaine. It's the best quality cocaine money can buy. So right then and there, I knew I figured it out. The problem was this. Now I had to pay this guy that was bringing it back. He started to see how much money we were making because everyone's getting paid. The guy in Australia that I'm working with is getting paid. I'm getting paid. I have to split mine with my boss. He's got to pay the wine guy that's bringing it back. So now the chemist is, going from charging us like $2,000 a kilo to seeing how much money we're making, and he wants to up the price to like $20,000 a kilo, and there's no room. So my boss, El Jefe, is like, no, you keep sending that wine. You've got the route in there. You don't stop. You keep sending that wine. You figured it out, Wedo. Like, don't stop now. You got to keep going. And every time I send wine, my tab goes down from that 4 million mark, but we're only getting like, when I make 50, now it's really like 25,000. By the time I pay the wine guy to do the money coming back, now we got to pay exchange rate. I mean, there's so many other moving parts to this. I'm like, fuck, this is going to take forever. I said, we got to cut out this chemist. I said, this guy's hurting us. He's taking more than half of my profit. So I went back to the drawing board and I said, you know what? I got some guys I went to USC with. I said, they're in the import-export business. They bring chocolate from the United Kingdom and they sell it throughout the United States. They have a warehouse, I remember, in Rancho Dominguez, which is by Compton. I said, I'm going to talk to them and see if they're willing to help me maybe with some of their expired chocolate. And I go to them, I see them at my buddy's wedding, and I knew they were coming to that wedding. And they were drinking. Both of the brothers were there. And I said, hey, I got an offer you can't refuse. I said, you guys had a couple cocktails, but would you want to be sober and you want to talk to me? I said, I'm going to give you $50,000 cash every month. All I need from you is your expired chocolate. And they're like, you can have all the chocolate you want. Fuck, you can have it all. We got pallets of it. I'm like, I'm going to hold you to it. Come Monday after this wedding's over, I'm going to meet you at the Starbucks over there off of Vermont.